Okay, it's Tuesday the 16th of July. We're down at the barley demonstration in Cornwall, South Cornwall, near Tregony. Some interesting things here to look at. We've got 7 varieties in the ground in small strips planted through where we had the wheat demo last year. Hence you'll see there's some volunteer wheat sticking its head up. We have at the start here, this is the edge, this was the first plot of wheat last year. It was Zy19 on the end here, and then we went through 16 varieties in a line going down this way. The field, the bulk of the field is drilled to volume, which is hybrid 6-row barley. But the interesting thing, besides the characteristics of the actual varieties we've got here, is take-all, and we'll see that shortly. So first up is the Winter Barley Carrot. It's an older variety. It's been around for quite a few years. It is absolutely ready to be cut. In fact, it should have been cut. It's probably ready a week ago, but it's looking very even. If you look across the plot, it's very even height, and we haven't got any variation from where the plot borders were. You can just see a small line there in this plot. That's basically the plot border last year, and it was unsown. So this is a third straw crop. It was winter oats, then winter barley, winter wheat, and now it's winter barley. So we go on, here we got to Pearl. Again, it's looking just about ready. It's, should have been cut. But this time we have got, and we can see it here, quite obviously this line where there was extra nutrition, and the crop has done, it's looking bolder, brighter, and taller. And interesting enough, you can see this side of the plot down here. The plot is looking very much taller. And then when we come across into the new plot, which would have been a different variety of wheat here, you can see the plot is much shorter, and it's a different colour. And this would have been probably, in this plot here, I think was Panorama or Accept. I think it was Accept, actually, looking at it at the moment. But we have got a record of what was planted here last year. So yes, you can see a definite difference here. We come down into the next one. This is Archer. Archer is a new variety which is up for recommendation. Again, starting to brackle over where it was tall, where it's tall here. Again, we've got this take-all effect appearing, but it's not as bad, or not as badly affected. So you can see, yeah, it all should have been cut, and as I say, it's all starting to brackle over. We've had a lot of wind here, and obviously, you know, that's not making matters any easier. Matros, again, is a new, very high yielding variety. It's looking very good, actually. I suppose it's the most consistent of the lot. We do have this strip through the field though, but the plot per se looks very good. It doesn't look like it's been that badly affected. Again, you can see the straw is golden where it was a fallow last year, and then either, you know, to the other side of it, it's looking okay. Not as brilliant gold as this here, obviously, but there's still, you know, it's still looking pretty good. It doesn't look like it's been that affected. And then we come to California. California is a new variety, West Coast variety. It's done very well in Scotland and down the west coast of the country. And this here has been affected. So either the variety of wheat that was grown in here has particularly affected this variety, or it's proving to be more susceptible to take-all in the soil. Again, it's a third straw crop, so we can see the difference here really markedly. You know, it's right the way through the whole plot. Then we come down to Retriever. again, the good thing about this variety is it's still standing. It hasn't started to brackle yet. It's still looking fairly stiff, and which is encouraging, really, even though it is shorter noticeably, and it's been affected by takeall. It hasn't started to brackle as some of the other varieties have. And then we come to Retriever. Retriever is a Scottish variety. Again, that has been affected, but not to the same degree, it would seem. Not to the same degree. But again, it all needs desperately to be cut. It's past its cutting date, really. But the weather's been against us. And then just to think, just to show you that this tendency is not prevalent only in the two-row varieties. As I said, the main variety is volume in this field, and here we can see again where the plots are. Takeall is affecting volume. This is something that we hadn't seen in the past, but we can really start to see it here now walking through the crop. Here's your plot boundary, and you can see the takeall is affecting it. And we have pulled up roots and looked at them, and they're going black, very discoloured, absolutely dead and rotting around the stem bases. There we go. You can see it really clearly in this plot here. So maybe need to revise our cropping rotation strategy. And here we can see it's starting to brackle. Even the volume is starting to go over and lodge and brackle over. And what was obviously grown here in these two plots is definitely, there's obviously more takeall from these two plots. This one and the one next door. As I say, these plots go right down to the end here. I do know that we had the last plot being Duxford with JB Diego next to it. And here we can see, yeah, it's being affected. Stig was in the mix here. And then down the very end, the whole of the outside of the field was drilled with Deben. And you can still see, we've got a bit of takeall in the boundary on the edge here. So here we go, we're out of the plots now, and yeah, it's all looking not too bad, but you can still see there's a line there where we've had some takeall effect. And then when we come back up here towards where the boundaries of the trial plots are, this is the last plot, yeah, I think. So yeah, we can see the stripes going through the field all the way right up, and this was Duxford here, and we can actually see there's a definite colour change where the boundary of the plot was. So it just proves maybe that we know this is a take-all year, but 3 straw crops is one too many.